Yeah, an impressive win today. What can you take away from a strong win against one of the other top sides?
Yeah, it's obviously our second game now in a row, obviously the bye in between, where we've been fantastic and implemented what we wanted to do, and that just gives the playing group real confidence to move forward, knowing that we're a very tough side to beat when we play our way of footy.
I thought Jake Hines was good today, as well as Jameson House. Who do you think was good?
Yeah, I thought both of those players were fantastic. Hines has been fantastic the last 2 weeks. Chase Jones had 12 clearances today, so he was elite through the midfield. I thought Mitch Thorpe was fantastic as well, kicked 6 for the day, and was moving really well for a big guy. He's obviously 29 and been up and down throughout parts of the year, but his last 2 games of footy and the way he's presenting at the footy and the way he's actually turning some defenders inside out, he's taken his game to a new level this year.
Do you think the week off seen as an advantage at all?
Tough question. I think it's handy leading into finals, but probably the way we played against Lauderdale would have been a fantastic stepping stone to continuing to a second game in a row where we could have replicated that. Luckily today we did the same thing, but that week in between could have made things a bit more difficult. Now, in saying that, we were concerned about the weather and it was forecast to rain. One of those days where you say to your playing group, you've got to pull your socks up and get out there and get the job done. But we were lucky enough that the weather held off and we got to move the ball and play footballs. And replicate what would happen in finals footy as best as possible in a softer ground.
How important is getting a double chance or even a home final?
Yeah, both very important. And certainly a home final or a double chance allows both 2 different things. So home final means that you lighten the load of travel down south, and double chance obviously gives you an opportunity, if you do play a game that's not up to scratch, you get another opportunity to rectify that mistake. So both things we're going after. Obviously the double chance first and then hoping to get through to that stage, but we'll wait and see.
Now that a few of the junior rep players have been back in the side for a few weeks, how the likes of Jones, Auckland and particularly North West Coasters in Mundy and Jackson fit into the team? Yeah,
fantastically well. All 5 of those guys that are playing are fantastic individuals. They all have a significant appetite to want to be better. So when you bring guys into your program that want to be the best version they can, it makes things a lot easier because everyone else around that can respect that and work with that. So those five guys coming back in have had the right attitude and are playing very good football for our football club.
Thorpe kicked 6 today. How important do you think it will be having a dominant key forward come finals time?
Yeah, certainly. It keeps opposition defence accountable. They've got to go to match committee and consider where their matchups go. And you throw Thorpe, Riley, Leedham or Auckland into that forward line, Jamison House that can go through there, Jake Smith that we've seen that kick the goal on the goal line with a very good contested mark. Makes the opposition have to come up with significant plans and a thought process to try and combat that. So that's not even on the field. It's an advantage having that up your sleeve, and then obviously on the field you get a big guy up and going. They can dictate the team and take a lot of players and give them a lot of confidence as the game goes on.
Any injuries to report from today?
At this stage, no. Chris Savage we brought off with about 7 minutes to go. He had a pretty hard aerial contact where he landed vertical on his back, so no significant injury other than a bit of back tightening, might be a bit of a spasm, that sort of thing, and so we just rested him in the last 5 minutes from there, so touch wood, nothing comes up on Monday.
Any changes you can foresee this early in the piece for next week?
D-League did a fantastic job today. We've got a squad of 28, 30 players. So there's 6 to 8 players sitting on the outside that are genuine TSL players and are pushing really hard each week. So you go through those 8 players, there's names like Casey Brown, Jared Dakin, Jack Donnellan, Alec Wright, guys like that are serious Tasmanian talent. And they're going to get opportunities and sometimes you get opportunities when you don't expect them to happen. Those guys will keep training. We'll wait and see what happens in the next coming weeks and leading into finals.
And lastly, to finish with a hard question, when can we see you back on the field?
Yeah, well, at this stage I'm not needed, which is a good spot to be for me. It allows me to coach and do the thing I love and coach and guide and support young Tasmanian players to be the best player they can. So I'm currently doing what I love. I'm still training. I'm still participating at a level where I'm ready to go if needed. But certainly in the last 2 weeks, you beat Lauderdale by 64 points and today by 34 points. I'm probably more value supporting these guys and working with them and being able to give them direct feedback from what I see at a bird's eye view in the coach's box and helping them become 15% better over the next 6 weeks. So if I'm drastically needed, then I'm right to go. But at this stage, I'm just helping and coaching and doing my job and doing what I love.
Obviously not the result you were after today. What can you take away from a game that you don't win like that?
Yeah, look, it's obviously really disappointing. We came up here, we played some really good footy last week and probably lapsed a couple of times, as I said in the media, but today, our first quarter, we came up here with a really distinct plan and we just didn't execute in the first quarter. We could maintain possession of the ball. We didn't take away their uncontested marks. I think we were -6 at stoppage at quarter time. It was probably higher than that throughout the quarter. We sort of wrestled back momentum halfway through the first quarter. But yeah, look, just really disappointed with our first quarter effort and our ability to close down uncontested mark. That's obviously a highlight of their game. We weren't able to take away that. After half time, I thought the game was, it ebbed and flowed a little bit. We showed a bit of promise, and I think we won the last half. But we'd already gone more than that.
How do you stay motivated? How do you keep your players motivated, particularly after the first term being held goalless?
Yeah, it was a funny one. It's sort of, I think it comes back to an individual, like just be the best player you can possibly be for the team. We spoke about the second quarter. We thought we had a couple of opportunities in the first where we created a forward half turnover and didn't quite execute in front of the sticks. So we thought that our mechanism of play was going to work against them. We just didn't execute. We did at times and we were able to turn the ball over. But we didn't do it for long enough periods of time. We see in the second half we did that well. Obviously, a bit of wind and rain around the second half probably helped that. But look, the boys are fighters. They fought all year. So, disappointing we lost. We've got to move on quickly. We've got a big game next week for Launceston.
I thought Brady Jones toiled hard all day, and I thought Jake Cox really lifted in that third quarter. Who did you assess as the best players today?
Yeah, look, Brady's just he's a fearless leader. When the chips are down, Brady's there. When we're playing good footy, Brady's there as well. He just leads from the front. I thought Coxie got off the leash in the third quarter and got us back into the game. Really started to lift them, put the momentum on our side of the penny. Look, he's a great player. You can't hold him down for 4 quarters. And he got away in the third. I thought James Home battled hard. Jared Harper showed some stuff up forward that we liked. I thought Ryan Edmondson was okay as well. I'd have to look at the tape though, mate. It's a bit hard to tell when you're playing coach.
Turner and Cunliffe both left injured at one point. What's the outcome of those injuries and was there any others?
Turner looks like he might have broken his hand. He's going to have to go get x-rays tonight or tomorrow morning. Obviously really disappointing. He had a fantastic Mariners Carnival and Allies, so fingers crossed there that he's okay. And Cunners has got a really bad corky in the calf, so he should make it up as long as he does the right things tonight. Over the next few days he's a professional, so I'm sure he'll do that. And Nildy just had a clash of knees late. I think it was the last 2 minutes with Joby Harper slid in, so he needs to make sure that he does the correct protocol after the next few days and hopefully get him back as well.
Both teams came from very different places last week, so you blokes playing the sort of benchmark in North Launceston and Launceston coming fresh off a bye. Do you see there's any advantage at all?
No, not really. There's sort of, Launceston obviously had a bye last week, but they played some really good footy the week before v Lauderdale. They've sort of got their year really up and going now, and the 22's, the 28's really strong, isn't it? The 22 is great today, so yeah, you can make excuses, like you can say they're off the bye and we played North Lonnie last week and we travelled twice, but the reality is we're here today, we're front up, play anyone anywhere. Unfortunately today the game didn't go our way.
How important is securing a second chance in finals?
Oh, look, it is important. Look, I think the top five is really even. I've said that. I think all coaches have said that throughout the year. Look, if we want a top 3 spot, we need to win next week. If Glenorchy wants one, they need to win as well. So, look, big games. We want to play in these games. The players are really keen to get back at home in Blunston next week and put in a really good performance. If we don't win next week, it's on us. It's on no one else. So, we've got control of our own destiny. And if we're good enough to be there, we'll be there.
Any foreseen changes for next week this early in the piece?
Oh, we're not too sure, mate. We'll have a look at it, lick our wounds and see how our injuries are Monday and Tuesday. And Obviously there'll be some change there if those guys can't get up, but I've got to look at the tape and go through, exactly where we broke down and who performed well and who didn't. It's a bit hard, a bit raw after the game to go through and say, oh, these are going to be the changes, because it's you're emotional. So we'll take the emotion out Monday and have a good look at the tape and figure out where we went wrong. And if we need to make some change, we'll make some change.